20 seconds. Alright, so I want you to think about how we fight. And there's a reason, the reason why we fight like we do, okay? From here, I've got no elbow. I may have this elbow, yeah? But if I haven't got this elbow, it's too much of a reach. I'm not going to have much power turning anything from my left because I'm not getting my hip into it, alright? I'm going to be able to turn here, but from here, square, yeah? That's why we don't really kick off that front leg, because there's not much rotation in it, okay? When I switch, I get to rotate and get that hip into the shot, alright? Same with the hook. From here, I'm driving it round, I'm getting that rotation into the shot, okay? If you're here, it's really easy for me to kick me and my legs just go, okay? We're not standing like this because if that kicks me, yeah, nice and gentle, look at where it's coming round. So I'm a big target here, alright? You switch kicks, yeah? Same thing, I'm a massive target here, alright? Boxing, everything's coming straight down the middle, alright? Even kickboxing, when you, yeah, it's coming straight down the middle. Even your roundhouse coming up through here and twisting over, okay? So everything's coming straight at you. We want to be here, okay? This wider style. I don't know whether he meant it like this, but holding your shape, yeah? You're going to get hit, you're going to take shots, it's a combat sport, yeah? But keep moving forward, keep your balance, and keep your shape. And it was like a fucking light bulb went off in my head. You can't control the shit that's going on out there. But if I can hold my shape and just keep moving forward, I have my focus in my head, you're going to get hit. Shit's going to happen in life, do you know what I mean? You can't see coming, just as I keep moving in a ring, you know? And it was like, and ever since that day, everything seems to, Muay Thai transfers to life. You know what I mean? There's going to be things that's going to throw you off. But if you hold your shape and just keep moving forward, you'll get there. You know what I mean? Let's jump out. All right? Well done, mate. Great work.
Is it the community as well?
Yeah, massively. And I think we've seen an explosion in it recently. The amount of people that, listen, it can't be understated. It's Thai. Do you know what I mean? And they're beautiful people. I love the culture. I love being out there. They're the most friendliest people I've ever met. And we've seen a big explosion in it over the last 4 or 5 years, me definitely. And it's a lot of people saying, I've had an holiday in Thailand, just went out there because it's a beautiful place, and I don't do Muay Thai. And they may have done it once, but then they come back and, you know, that's it, they want to try it. And that's why I try to make our classes as similar as possible, as in that I keep it light and I keep it friendly, because otherwise, I've had a lot of people that have gone to other clubs and have been put off just because they don't want to be fighters. They just want, it's almost like I want to do this rather than a spin class. Alright? You don't want to become a professional, you don't want to fight. A lot of people don't want to step through the ropes. They just want to, you know, move around and use it as a form of fitness. As a form of fitness, it's fucking brilliant. Keep it going, come on! Look at you fucking beauties. Keep it going. Keep smiling, Catherine. Keep throwing them knees. Come on. 20 seconds. Get your asses back, boys. Push him. Make him do it. Let's go. Go. Well done. Move round one. I'm not competing with anyone. The only person you're competing with is you yesterday. Be that little bit quicker. Be that little bit stronger. Do you know what I mean? I don't ever look and say, right, Tom, would you beat so-and-so? But you, now, if I put you in the ring with Tom from 6 months ago, you're kicking his ass. And that's all that matters. Do you know what I mean? It's you, it's your own personal journey, getting you stronger. If you've, like myself, yeah, struggled with addictions and stuff, it takes up a big void when you give up. There's a big void in your life. And come into the classes, that was me, that was my club. I weren't going to the pub anymore, I weren't going to clubs, I weren't spending hours doing drugs. Do you know what I mean? So you've got that void and you need to fill it. And also the camaraderie, what's in the class. Do you know what I mean? You know, you've been to the classes, what's beautiful for me is now as a coach to see them building friendships. Like when I see on their Instagram and he's out with him or she's out, and it's like, oh, nice. You know what I mean? Like they hit it off and they're just mates. All of a sudden, people don't realise how, you know, being punched or kicked in the head can really make friendships. Foot cross. I have 3 men in my life that really saved me. And I'm just trying to pass that on. I'll never be able to repay Graham Boylan, Chris Carley or Lenny Adband. All right? I can't repay them. The only way I can try to do it is to pass it on. Do you know what I mean? And then hopefully my students pass that on as well, which I'm seeing already. The more senior students are looking after the newbies that come in. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's why it's so friendly. And I've always made that a thing that remember where you were. Yeah. Remember where you were 6 months ago. Remember where you were a year ago. Do you know what I mean? So that you pass that on. And then hopefully they remember it. Do you know what I mean? And pass it on. And it's just, I'm trying to spread it out. Top of your head. I know for me, because I was hurting myself, the thought of going in someone and getting elbowed and kneed and kicked, oh yeah, that's all right, I'm going to get hurt again.
Felt familiar.
I didn't realise I was going to feel great. I didn't realise I was going to make friends for life. Do you know what I mean? And have that companionship and camaraderie, and there's something beautiful about getting kicked in the head and then having a cuddle after. Do you know what I mean? That not everyone's going to get. We get it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like when we're throwing each other about and clinching and but it's nice, it's non-malicious. Yeah, so you're actually, as you step in with that elbow, you're going to take it slightly more. That's it, yes, perfect, breathe, again. Yeah, that's it. Love all of it, from self-harming to, you know, making yourself sick, and, you know, I think that's what, at least I understand. I don't judge anyone. Do you know what I mean? I've fucking done it all, mate. You know, and none of it helps. You're trying to fill this void that you're never going to fill. It's like a hole, it's so fucking big. No matter what you pour into it, you're never going to fill it. You have to fill it from the inside out. Do you know what I mean?
And Muay Thai helps you kick some of those bad habits though. Yeah,
I mean, because first of all, the biggest thing is you've now got all this fucking time on your hands. What do you do? So it's better to fill that time with positive stuff. 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, and 1. Outside. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 9. I've never done a Muay Thai session and regretted it. I've only regretted the sessions that I haven't done. Like, that's me not teaching, but me going to a class. Yeah, the class is, when I was struggling, we spoke about it before, Tom, yeah? When I got sectioned, I was in a bad place. And that's what saved my life. Because every day, there were days that I couldn't get to the gym. I'd go, literally, and couldn't walk through the door. I'd get all the way there, and the voices in my head would be like, just saying nasty shit. Do you know what I mean? And I'd turn away, you're not wanted, you're no good, all that sort of self-doubt shit. And then I'd step through the door one day, and I'd train, and I'd feel a bit better. And the next 3 or 4 times I might turn away with the door again, or get halfway there and the voice would be too much, do you know what I mean? But every time I stepped through the door, it was a little win. And those little wins, especially if you've been to a place where you're not feeling good about yourself and stuff, it's very hard for us to get that pat on the back and stuff, you know? But just those little wins build up. And slowly, it's very slow, but it's consistency. Being consistent every week, not missing a session, and all of a sudden you see those changes.
Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing or a bad thing.
Same thing you do. Alright, stop, stay on. That might be it. When you've been in a proper hard Muay Thai session for an hour and the coach has been screaming at you and you're doing shit that you think you're gonna die and you don't, and you get out of there and it's almost like someone's turned the volume down on the world. So mentally you're that drain the body and it calms the mind. Great work, alright, you've done really, really well, all of you, okay? Done it. Hands up, battle everyone, thank you all for coming. Great fucking work, well done. Mate, great work, well done, Wes. Well done, mate. Well done. Well done. Alright? Great work, mate. Great work, well done. Well done. Well done, mate.